New Jersey just became the most anti-Second Amendment state government in the Union, if it wasn't already. This Attorney General and administration have to go now. Let's get to it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you did not already know, my name is Costa, and I'm just a red-blooded American patriot living definitely, I would say today, behind enemy lines in the great state of New Jersey. And if you get value after watching this video, please hit that like button down below and also consider subscribing, because we are building a community here of people who are looking to protect, fight for, and defend our Second Amendment God-given right here in the state of New Jersey, as well as other blue states like it, where it's under constant assault. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because in this video, I wanted to go over the news that broke yesterday about the Attorney General of New Jersey, Matthew Platkin, filing a lawsuit against firearm manufacturer Glock Incorporated of Austria. We will go over what the lawsuit's about, how ridiculous and hypocritical the Attorney General's office is on this issue, what the outlook on the case may be, and lastly, what we can and should be doing as we head into 2025 in a huge governor's election in this state. So first, the lawsuit. The state of New Jersey is claiming that Glock has knowingly sold products that could be converted to fully automatic with the illegal modification called a Glock switch. Attorney General Platkin says this on his X account, quote, "I just sued Glock to put the homemade machine gun industry out of business. The days of an Austrian company putting profits ahead of the safety of American citizens and law enforcement officers are over. I am also announcing that New Jersey is leading the first ever national coalition of 16 states dedicated to suing bad actors in the firearms industry when they violate our laws. We represent over 100 million Americans, and we will fight for their safety. Today's lawsuit may be the first multi-state lawsuit to come out of this coalition, but mark my words, it won't be the last." He goes on to say that Glock's firearms are wreaking havoc across the country, and they know it. You can see the devastation caused by these homemade machine guns here. So with this lawsuit, the New Jersey Attorney General's office is aiming at, quote, holding Glock accountable for knowingly selling weapons of war or something, as well as banning future sales of Glock in the state. I wanted to talk about the hypocrisy of this lawsuit, because as we all know, Glock switches are currently illegal. And of course, they are not in any way made by or supported by Glock. They are either sold on the internet, or you can even print them yourself on a 3D printer. So let's get this straight. We are now suing law-abiding companies like Glock for not stopping the violation of already existing laws? Isn't that the government and law enforcement's job, more specifically, the Attorney General's office's job? This exposes the most basic and fundamental problem with radical left attorneys like this. They go after anyone but criminals. They do anything other than put criminals in jail with prosecution and justice. This goes for any anti-Second Amendment legislation in general. It punishes the law-abiding individuals and companies instead of the actual criminals who don't care what legislation or laws you write up. They will break the law anyway. This lawsuit is so backwards. It's backwards because Glock, or any company for that matter, should never be held responsible for an already illegal modification made to their product. If I put an illegal tune on my truck that removes the limiter and go really fast, and then I'm caught speeding, is it Ford or General Motors' fault? Is it the guy or company who made the tune? Or is it simply my fault, the criminal in this case? In fact, in this lawsuit, I could easily argue that the manufacturers of the 3D printers have more liability than Glock does, or the websites that have the 3D files on them. None of these are to blame. It's the guy or gal who decides to do what they can to turn their Glock into a fully automatic weapon. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending these already existing anti-Second Amendment laws and legislation, but rather pointing out the hypocrisy of the argument of the lawsuit. My second thought is this. Since the Attorney General wants to ban future sales of Glocks in New Jersey, will they then end all police contracts with Glock? I don't think so. Because go look around at your local law enforcement officers' belts. See what they have. See what they're carrying. Also, Glocks are a striker-fired pistol, and their patent expired quite a long time ago, leading to a massive marketplace of striker-fired pistols very similar to the Glock, right? Like the M&P, the P320, and so on. Are these manufacturers somewhat immune? Or are they coming for them next? Lastly, I find it quite ironic that these Glock switches do not work on Gen 5 Glocks, but only Gen 3 Glocks. And 4, but those aren't made anymore. And Gen 3 Glocks only exist because of California's unconstitutional approved firearm list. Why not file a lawsuit against California? Because if they didn't have that lawsuit, these Gen 3 Glocks would not even be made anymore. These Glock switches don't work on Gen 5 Glocks because Glock added a piece in the frame to stop them from being installed. But Attorney General Platkin says that's not good enough for him because people can file the plastic down themselves. This is so unbelievable, yet also very believable, given the history of this administration in New Jersey. That is why for the 2025 governor's race fast approaching, it is our duty as Americans to fight for our Second Amendment rights. Be vocal, be involved, be outspoken. Call out this garbage for what it is. This is unconstitutional and a flat out disgrace and an insult to the people of New Jersey. Because the government of New Jersey is not representing the people of New Jersey anymore. They're going above and beyond their scope of power in order to get more power and control over our lives. Because Glock Inc. has helped protect and save more lives than Attorney General Platkin has. That's for sure. More people have been killed by illegal immigrants in the sanctuary state of New Jersey than illegal Glock switches. That's for sure. And the days of politicians in a state not being held accountable are over. Now, the outlook of this case, honestly, I'm not really sure because I'm not a legal scholar and not an attorney. But I don't see how this could possibly go any other way other than being dismissed. Because it's so ridiculous. It would set such a bad precedent where we could start going after companies that make products for being liable for other products and modifications that other people or companies are doing. Should we start suing window companies if someone pushes you through a window? Should we start suing knife companies if you cut yourself with a knife? I mean, the idea is so ridiculous, I can't even begin to explain it. Here's the thing, I don't think they care. I don't think they care if the case is dismissed. Just the fact that it's out in public and out in the news cycle, they think of that as a success, as a win. Because all they want to do, all they care about is pushing their radical anti-Second Amendment agenda down our throats. And that is the biggest reason why I wanted to create this YouTube channel. Because I feel like the gun owners and the pro-Second Amendment people here in the great state of New Jersey are very, very, very overlooked. There's more of us than you think. And I think you can see it in the comment section down below. Let me know where you're at in the state of New Jersey or in another blue state like it. We're underrepresented. We're not outspoken, but we need to be, especially this year in 2025, as we head into a huge, huge, very important governor's race where we can finally get rid of Phil Murphy, replace him with someone that has our constitutional rights in mind. And it's not above their pay grade, as Phil Murphy said. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this lawsuit and where it goes from here. If you have any sort of understanding of the legal system and the actual specific lawsuit in the details, let me know in the comment section where this is going to go. Would love to hear from you guys and start a conversation. And if you like this video, you will love my custom created firearms related playlist. I'll put a link in the description wheels up in the corner right now. But I appreciate you guys as always for tuning in, and I will see you next time.